am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state brought me looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Mike 56, your track.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the curl.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Alert! Look out!
He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Let's go. 30 base.
53, Mike. You don't want it? You don't want none of it. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go.
What up?
Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Zipper. Hey, seam 6. Lightning. 5.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Rams, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day.
Ready to go.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Runs through the contact. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
You get
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
You get
Sit up. Let go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Go, go. Set, go. Go.
Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike's 49.
Hey, 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 hey.
Let's see what you got.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 49's the Mike.
Clear.
He can't
Hit it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's second and 8. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
Go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Let's go now. 8, read.
I don't think you got
80 weapon. Ready, 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 ready.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Rip right, rip right.
Right. Down.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rip left, rip left.
5.
Looking to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Allen will try again on second down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
64, weak.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Come on, let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Okay, break.
Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Not today. Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Watch the pass. Come. Big river.
They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the out, watch the out.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brown 80.
58 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On second down, Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
From just shy of midfield, Allen, he gets it to Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, home.
58, boys, 58.
Now Allen. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the motion.
Gun. Middle.
Go 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Smooth.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
49.
Bravo.
49 to Mike. Let him know.
Ready.
2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Brown. Now they can't bring him down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check your hot read.
Recon, 132 fighter. Alert!
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
Mike 5.
319. Alert!
Quit talking about it and bring it. 36, 36.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill.
Mike 5.
Oh, that's Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Charlie. 49. Go. Now.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Gerald Everett. Incomplete. Micah Hyde on the coverage.
Ready, ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Yes, yes.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Clear. I'm trying to fight.
They'll throw now on the final play. That'll be caught by Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Okay, so now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Delta.
49's the mic.
2nd and 13. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike, go. Check Mike 20. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
Ready.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Ready. Big grip.
They're going to look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the ready.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Ricky.
And get it.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
There we go.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Hey, Zoo. You go. Ready.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Come off the ball hard. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Protein spill.
Watch the ship.
Lightning.
53's the mic.
Shoot.
2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day defense. All
Flush
day.
to his right.
All day.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Trying to get it to Woods. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. A big run there by Gurley, 48 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's taken in by Henderson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run here with Henderson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Go.
Back to throw here. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
On play action, Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Let's go.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 49.
Hit it.
49.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Ready up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pull it together.
Smooth.
49's the mic.
Deep river. Deep river.
Looking to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Get it.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Ready, ready.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The fullback dive held up short, and the Bills are going to get the football back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Half. That's it.
56. Mike's 56.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Bills 15.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were at it. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Ed Oliver just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Now.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, you got deep? General West. Hey. High 7.
Mike's 49. Mike's
5.
2nd and 4. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D.
Right.
On the draw, this is Henderson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Buzz.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
53's the mic. 53. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf.
Hey, pick your game up.
Coming.
Check. 53's Mike.
Hit it.
53's Mike.
Now Gurley.
Here we go.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, Charlie. Way to go. Deep rip.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Sit up.
53's the mic. 53.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Allen to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Ebukam picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Back to throw. Buying time to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for L.A., they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.